Hi guys, XYZ, and yeah, I tried streaming a little bit earlier, and unfortunately, I ended up with some network issues all of a sudden. I'm not sure why. Uh, yeah, so unfortunately, kind of threw off a little bit of my campaign while I was trying to do this. But I mean, I think I'm gonna probably figure this out, rectify this in some way. But yeah, so I am still planning on trying to finish up this campaign here, so bear with me on this. Unfortunately, this game did autosave past the points, so I'm gonna have to just go with a location select, I guess, up until I get to the point where I was at. Well, this kind of goes to show I did do superhuman on all this. Yeah, so I was at Bracknell. Hopefully the network would be a little bit better now. I'm hoping. I keep monitoring it.
Southern Command was lost. More than half our troops were lost with it. If not for the heroism of Cartwright and Hale, many more would have been killed, myself included. We were flying the survivors to a makeshift camp in Cardiff. Despite my insistence, Hale refused to board the last plane. The last time I saw Hale, he was looking over a map Cartwright had given him. I learnt later that it detailed the known paths of the power conduits. The conduits only run above ground for a short distance before burrowing deep into the Chimeran tunnels. Entering those tunnels is nothing short of suicide. Nevertheless, I believe that is exactly what Hale did.
Alright, into the depths, Chimeran tunnels, Bracknell, England. Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna pretty much, the most part, I'm just gonna pretty much get to where I was at, and, probably just back out of it and go into the continuation from there, I think. I think it will work that way. So far, no drop frames as of yet. I can't really say. I can't really say. I have no idea why the network was, the connection was acting up. It was fine. It was fine a few hours ago. I wonder if they were probably doing some work or whatnot. I guess at this point everything is pretty much maxed out. Yes. But of course everything's on different spots now, so yeah, it's gonna be a little weird. I mean, it's fine. It works. I kind of wonder if they just put them in random spots or not. I can't really say. At least at this point, all my stuff is maxed out. I guess that's kind of a good thing. I don't know. Alright, so we're back in the tunnels once again. And just trying to... trying to make it across here. All right. Okay. Doing pretty decent so far. Maybe I can get through this last session without dying. I don't know.
Observation distance. Confirmation of Grayskin's regenerative ability is priority 1. X5 needs all available intel for target recovery.
Another Sentinel member.
X-ray. Aerial surveillance has tracked Grayskin into tunnel network. Confirm coordinates and report. X-ray 3. Route extrapolation indicates your present course terminates in red structure. Extent of defense is unknown. Recommend proceed with extreme caution. Unobserved support of target is acceptable.
Yeah, well, these guys play a little bit more of a key role in the later games. A little bit of a gauntlet here, I guess. Ah, get up. Off. Right. All right. Go with the arc charger for this one. I forgot, you still technically take fall damage. Checkpoint reached. Alright. This point here kind of gives me the creeps. Well, it makes me nervous. I want to fall off the edge. I do like the Far Eye. Helps out a lot, but at the same time, you only get 12 shots in total, so gotta make your shots count. Man, jumping across these platforms makes me nervous. feels like I'm just gonna fall off any second. Don't drop frames as of yet, that's good. Guess maybe resetting the router helped. Oof, a chain reaction. Alright. Oof. Flop that jump. Good thing there was a platform underneath. Choice is to jump down here. Okay, maybe not. I don't think there was even a spot for me to jump. Not really. I don't think there was even a spot to jump at that point. Get him. All right. Alright. What's next? Alright. Actually, I think this is about the spot I was at. I think this was the spot I was at. Yeah, actually, I don't want to do. I don't think I should do a save and quick because they're just gonna override what I'm doing right now. I think so. Which is better if I just back out entirely and then just reboot the game. I just want to at least show that much, considering my stream was going kind of bad. I don't know why. Speaking of which, as of right now, it's not no drop frames. 20 minutes. Yeah, it's doing okay right now. I don't know what it was. I was about 20 minutes into the stream and then just started dropping frames like crazy. Alright. Continue game. It should leave me where I left off, I guess. I hope. Yeah. Okay, roughly around where I left off, I think. Okay, everything's in the same spot, so I think I'm using my regular save. Okay. I just gotta redo this section again. I got some things maxed out already. Alright. I'll stick to the auger. Why not? Oh. Alright. Hooray!
We believe Hale followed the Cimmerian tunnels for several miles, finally reaching a major conduit junction. This would have led him directly into a Cimmerian tower. The tower was most likely what we now know as C3. Each tower is named for its relative position in the conduit network. C3 is only 12 miles from the center. It would have been exceedingly well defended.
Alright. Alright. In a darker place. Actually, I kind of like this level over here. Actually, you know what? Going back to the last level, it wasn't that bad, but completing the challenge for that one, that was the more difficult one, where you had to use specific Chimera weapons on each individual enemy that you're facing. Like the hybrids that use bullseyes, you have to use the bullseyes. The ones that use the arc charger, you have to use the arc charger. The steelheads, you have to use the auger. Any of the other ones you can just melee. But it was kind of annoying one to accomplish, because I think it took me about like 4 or 5 attempts, because I just wasn't sure exactly how I died or how I didn't get it. And it possibly could be because of the fact there are explosives, so maybe the explosives nullified it. That's what I think, anyway. Gotta switch to the Reapers. Ah! Get off. Hey, I finally get the Lark. Took a while. Alright, so the Lark is the, well, short for Light Anti-Armor Rocket. It's essentially your basic rocket launcher for the game. But it does have unique things. Yeah, but it does have unique properties. Yeah, for instance, you can actually hold the rocket in mid-air and change directions of the rocket. That's one thing you can do. Yeah, we're calling it air braking. Of course, another thing you can also do with the Lark is it can fire out. It doesn't tell you too much here, but you can fire out mini homing missiles out of the main rocket itself if you manage to hold it in midair. Which, I mean, it's good for targeting enemies out of your line of sight. Oh, come on. Cheap. I was shooting directly at it. Of course, the big thing, with one trick though, if I can figure out how it works, is you can shoot off the main rocket, have it explode into the mini rockets, which I think. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky because you have to fire the rocket, hold it, and then release the brake, and then still hold down the fire button, and press and hold the fire button to release the mini rockets. It's a little bit of a tricky technique to pull off, but it was kind of a popular. It was kind of popular back for multiplayer, which kind of the reason why the Lark became the most hated weapon in multiplayer because of those tactics, especially the fact that the mini rockets can get you pretty easily. All right. Let's switch to the dragon. Just one rocket. Okay. Kinda need more health than anything else. a stalker. Mini missiles do a lot of damage. I mean, it could shred through bosses really easily.
We had been at Cardiff for several hours when I received a radio message from Hale. He told me he was in London, and he asked if snow was normal for July. He described a tower in the middle of London, one far bigger than that which they had found in Somerset, and with power conduits emerging in all directions. He said, if we destroy the tower, we destroy the Chimera. For all I knew, Hale was completely mad. And even if what he was saying was true, we had no idea how to destroy the tower. But there was one new factor working in our favor. I had been able to contact the Americans, and they had joined forces with us in Cardiff. I decided to gamble that Hale was right. I convinced the Americans to help launch a full assault on the tower. We were bringing everything we had to London. I was counting on Hale to clear out a landing zone. If he couldn't take out the stalkers, the mission would be over before it began.
A desperate gamble. Alright, so next chapter. City outskirts, London, England. Getting close here. Down to the last 3 chapters. Alright. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I forgot this is supposed to be in the middle of summer in July and it's snowing. Huh. We'll go for the auger, I guess? I don't know. I don't know what I'm getting my hands into. Okay, more of that. Headshot. Or hailstorm. So far no drop frames as of yet. It's good. Hey. Granted, I probably want to turn on the light. I didn't realize how dark it was. Man, it's only 3 in the afternoon, too. Was out of bullets. Oh, okay. Go with a hailstorm. Alright. Trying to conserve ammo as much as possible. I guess we have the Reapers. Kind of sad to say the only thing that can actually deflect auger fire is the backlash grenades themselves. Which is kind of strange. Actually, I think they improved that for resistance too. The updated auger is able to deflect gunfire, or its own gunfire. Oh, that one's coming back. I think. Maybe. Or maybe it's stuck. I don't know. Oh, shoot. Right. Oh god, the splitter. Forgot about this one. Actually, at least that takes care of all the weapons, I think. Well, for now, anyway. R1, the fire projectile cluster. Yeah, so the interesting thing about the splitter is it just fires a giant cluster of mines, something like that, and you are able to split it into multiple sections. Yeah, so I mean, you can create a wider range for the attack. At the same time, though, the more you split it, though, the less powerful it becomes. And I think there's also another weapon that didn't make it into the multiplayer as well. Maybe could be because of the fact that it's just a little bit unwieldy. Yeah, I forget you can actually just hold the mines in place. I'm getting shot up like crazy. Still more. Oh. Okay. I'm fine. A little bit hurt, but I'm fine. One of these crawlers. God. still more, aren't there? I can hear it. Somewhere. Oh, God. Oh, okay. Actually, I kind of wonder how wide can you actually spread this. I mean, it can go crazy wide. But, I mean, very less accurate, though, so... I'd be careful with that. Oh, shoot. I didn't even see him. I think I made it to a checkpoint, though. Okay. Where? Oh. All over the place here.
Hail. I'm sending some heavy equipment to your position. You'll need to get to a clearing. A big clearing.
I'm outside. Where are you?
Right, we see you now. Be advised, Sergeant. We're coming in heavy and a little low.
Oh no, Stalker.
I can't land with that stalker there.
Don't worry, I got this. Ice and iron. Alright. 45 minutes, no drop frames. I think it's pretty good so far. I don't could just be a weird network hiccup, I guess. Either case, I got a stalker on me. Looks like a job for the Lark. A single rocket with the missiles. And also for the Titans. God, I really wish there was infinite ammo. It'd be nice to just spam the entire game with this.
Alright, now get after those tin spiders.
Got the Sabertooth once again. We got a Widowmaker here. And a Stalker. They're just throwing everything at once. 2 Stalkers. 3 Stalkers. Oh, God. So another one in the back. God, it's like so many Stalkers. Steelhead's giving me trouble. Anyone else? Yeah, there's another one. There's too many steelheads. Gotta be a little careful because I'm down to half my health. Or I guess you say the tank is almost about to explode at this point. It was fun while it lasted. Checkpoint reached. Nothing here. They're here somewhere. Maybe upstairs, I guess. All right. Finally, the reinforcements.
Our forces arrived in London nearly unscathed. It was hard not to stare in awe at the tower. We had only fled London 6 months earlier, and now it was almost unrecognizable. The whole city was covered in snow. I knew the Chimera thrived in cold weather, but it was hard to fathom how they might actually be altering the climate itself. The power conduits, the snow, and the tower had to be related in some way. There was no time to think about it. Their armies were already guarding the tower, and more would be coming. We set the tanks up in assault formation and started across Tower Bridge. The last tanks were crossing the bridge when we saw Goliaths approaching from behind. We had to destroy the bridge before they caught up to our tanks. Hale and a few other soldiers took up defensive positions while the charges were being set.
Burning bridges. Alright. River Thames. Alright. Next. Second to last chapter. We're almost there. Almost.
Captain Buckler, Task 5 needs time to wire Tower Bridge for detonation.
Understood, Command. A company will hold back the hordes. Alpha 1 to Alpha Company. All units, defensive posture.
Lieutenant Cartwright, status.
Task 5 reporting. We're nearly in position.
Roger. Delta 4, take up a pattern. I want ample warning of their advance.
Affirmative, Command. We'll keep watch.
Stalker. Easy peasy.
Delta 2A Company. Goliath's approaching water range. Recommend you find hard cover. Task 5, the bridge is set. We're nearly there. A Company, the Goliaths are launching volleys. You have mortar fire incoming.
Get back to cover! What the hell is that? Where are the spires? You're complaining?
Ooh, Widowmaker.
Stepping it up! I'm drawing a Widowmaker. When it turns, you take it on. Take off! We've got it. Now tell me there's more where that came from.
Well, that helps. At least the Chimera forces can't advance anymore. For now.
Task 5, Tower Bridge destruction confirmed. Reposition at Summit Bridge to complete objective.
Roger that. We're on it.
Delta, what's the status of A Company?
I'm not seeing any survivors. Hold on. Well, let me guess. Shaved head. Kind of quiet.
Sergeant Hale, rendezvous with Cartwright's team at Summit Bridge.
Getting ambushed. Need more health though, because I could use more health.
Victor 1 to command. Victor forces have reached the tower. Engaging Chimeran defenses now. Stalkers on site. Recommend Air Command maintain safe distance.
Oh, I didn't even see him.
With US forces on approach from the east side of the tower. Find a way to unite the front. Victor 1 to command. Victor forces have reached the tower. Engaging Chimeran defenses now. Stalkers on site. Recommend Air Command maintain safe distance. Affirmative, Victor. Coordinate with US forces on approach from the east side of the tower. Find a way to unite the front. Roger. We'll give them the broadside. Victor out.
Oof, boy.
X-ray 6, come in. Opportunity window for safe recovery is closing. Grayskin proximity to Pandora presents unacceptable risk. Commit to recovery of Grayskin and any other targets of opportunity. X-ray 4, come in. X-ray 4, do you read? X-ray 6, investigate whereabouts of 4. Last coordinates 88 by 17. Red anti-air cover is unknown. Proceed with caution. Report status upon recovery.
Well, unfortunately, he is gone. Not much you can do there. Just barely. Looks like I'm going back into tunnels.
The outlook of the battle was growing bleaker by the second. Our tanks had killed legions of Chimera, but still they poured out of the tower. The Chimeran forces were holding us in check, while their Goliaths closed in on Southwark Bridge. With Tower Bridge destroyed, there was no possibility of retreat. The team I sent to destroy Southwark Bridge was not responding. It would only be a matter of time before we heard the spires in the air.
On the ice. Alright, back in the subway stations. Actually, I remember this being one of the more popular maps, I guess, for multiplayer.
Hale, come in. Hale, do you read? Cartwright's team is lost. You have to finish the job at Southwark Bridge. If those Goliaths reach us, they'll infect the entire operation.
I didn't get anything. Okay. Perfect. One more time. Okay, well, a little bit low on ammo. I missed. Oh shoot! Yeah, I hate that. I mean, like the damage just drastically multiplies just by going through walls and stuff. Oof. Just wasting bullets after bullets. Oof. Close one. Shooting on the bottom. close one. Close one. I really need health. Stay still. All right. Oh, God. Close by.
Command, Goliaths are crossing the Thames now. No sign of Task 5 or Sergeant Hale. Crawlers are all over the ice. I don't see how anyone could survive. He'll be there, Delta. Fall back to picket.
Kind of thought I overshot that grenade, but guess not. Oh no. Fortunately, the grenades can still go through.
We could have used that.
I know. I was
was only trying to disable it. Let's go. We have to catch that Goliath.
Ooh boy, Goliath. Giant Slayer. Yeah, pretty much a Goliath is, think of it like the Stalker, but like, I don't know, like 10 times the size and more deadly. Just gonna let Cartwright do the shooting. I guess I'll just try drifting like a madman. I mean, like I said, at least luckily the NPCs are pretty useful.
Got it! Now let's get back to the gate. Feel your twig and berries shrinking up. Lets you know you're still alive.
Oof. Fire. Okay, good enough. I was trying to hit all four at once. Too much. Oh, I was trying to throw it. Dang. Oh.
Now let's get back to the gate.
Okay. It could have gone better. Lost a lot more health than I thought.
The gate.
Wow, I'm that car been shooting here. I'm about to be dead. Oh, come on. That was a headshot. That was clearly a headshot. What the heck? I'm trying to melee. Oh, what the hell, man? I don't know why I'm struggling this. It'd be a different story if I was doing it on superhuman difficulty.
Got it! Now let's get back to the gate.
I don't know how I missed. Not a close call, I can tell you that. Finally, another stalker. Oh. Just keep going. I'm gonna get blown up. Oof, man. Took a lot of bullets and rockets. I mean, good thing I'm not limited in ammo. Probably would have been more difficult if that was the case. think that's everything. Yeah. Could be. Oh, more reinforcements. Widowmaker.
Not bad shooting, I'd say. Considering I was hit and all.
Well, that's his fault.
You go ahead. I'll cover this entrance.
Oh, don't worry, he makes it. I mean, it's more of an annoyance than anything else. Final chapter. Chimera Tower. Alright. Almost about to wrap this up. Guess that advice didn't really help. Alright. Now we have... It doesn't say it here, but... Yeah, now we got the upgraded one. Yeah, so final weapon you get in the final chapter, kind of. You get the Bullseye Mark II. Which, same as the original Bullseye, but shoots blue bolts, dealing more damage than the original. And of course, it never made it into multiplayer either, because that would be a little overpowered. I'm about to go down already. I got an angel here. Kind of the same thing. You can use the lark to take out pretty easily. How'd I miss? Oh, wow. Any more health, because I really need some. Shoot. Oh. I didn't come from behind. Oh, give me a second. Sorry about that. Well. Please tell me there's some health nearby. Something. Oh, shoot. Ah. Oh, it's so close. Okay, this was more of a pain. Oh, I gotta start back here again? Collision physics. Gotta love them. Okay. That was the first game in the series. I would expect that. Any more surprises? Yes, of course. Ah. Damn augers. They always get me. Oh my god, it's serious. Why is there no checkpoints? Why am I always back here? That stupid steelhead's underneath, isn't he? Why is he running away? Please tell me I'm near a checkpoint because I need more health. Just don't fall. Man, it took out most of my health. Oof, alright. A bit challenging.
We were losing the battle outside the tower. The few tanks that remained would soon be overwhelmed by the seemingly infinite hordes of Chimera. Our only hope lay with the few soldiers who had managed to infiltrate the tower. It was up to them to find a way to destroy it from the inside.
Last hope. Oof, right. I think this is the last chapter, maybe? I don't remember. Last level, maybe? Got another Widowmaker. Kind of just throwing everything at once. Oof. Let's got the headshot. Give me a second. Alright. Let's hope I don't get ambushed again. Of course I do. I missed.
Echo 6 to command. We've located Sergeant Hale. Affirmative, 6. Fall back to position. Roger. 7! 7! You've got a bogey! Hold on your seats!
Another angel.
Saber 12, rendezvous with Echo 6. Hold on, Hale. Command Saber 12, roger. We have the coordinates.
Oof, got it.
Saber 12, we have Sergeant Hale. Affirmative, Saber. You're to follow his lead.
Reaching to the finale here, man. Because this started to look familiar. Right. I left my quote-unquote teammates behind. Oh well. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be expendable anyway. Right.
Fallen reactor. Look for any way to destroy it.
Gotta find a way to lower those shields. Control room. I've got you covered. Go for the controls.
I need more health. Trying to get this reactor open here.
The shields are coming down. Once those shields fall, you give it hell.
Granted, I could use more health.
Shoot the rods. That's doing it. Keep shooting.
Oh god, I got overrun. I don't have any health.
Another open panel. The shields are coming down. Once those shields fall, you give it hell. That's doing it. Keep shooting. Shoot the rods. We've got another open panel!
So close. So close.
You've done it, Hale. The tower's coming apart. Get out of there fast. We're waiting for you.
Did it. Right.
We're too close, Captain. We've got to get clear.
Hold this position! That's an order!
It's too late. No one's coming out of there.
I said... As the tower fell, Chimeran creatures began to shriek and writhe on the ground. They died within minutes. We believe they were simply unable to survive the loss of the Angels. The significance of our victory in London wasn't understood for several days. The reactor meltdown caused a chain reaction that destroyed all the towers in the network. At least in Britain, the Chimera were defeated. We have investigated the ruins of 5 towers so far. As we attempt to reverse engineer the complex technologies we find, the mystery of the Chimera only deepens. With combat subsided, the soldiers have been searching the rural villages for survivors. So far, we found 921 hiding in bunkers and basements, 78 of them children. Cartwright's youngest daughter, Angela, was among them. As for Nathan Hale, his body was never recovered. He was presumably incinerated inside the tower. The American military lists him as killed in action, July the 14th, 1951. A part of me still believes he might have escaped somehow. I even thought I heard his voice on the radio just after the tower exploded. I'll never know for sure.
Well. Yeah, actually, I think to this point, this is the last time, pretty sure this is the last time Rachel Parker, had any knowledge about Nathan Hale at this point, because she still believes that he's alive. Of course, that is the case in the next game. But yeah, there you have it, Resistance, Fall of Man. And coming back to this after some time, I would say about as much as I remembered. You know, it's kind of a choppy FPS. But yeah, again, this was a launch title for the PS3, so I mean, it didn't really have much standards back then. Yeah, I mean, combat was pretty nice. You know, as typical for any FPS game, you know, it's pretty balanced for the most part. And you do have a good variety of weapons, but that being said, even though you do have a good variety of weapons, as I said, like most of the time you're either sticking with the carbine or the bullseye because you get plentiful amount of ammo with those weapons. Unfortunately, the other weapons are kind of scarce, like too little, like these are just scarce. I mean, like too little times you're going to be ever using some of those weapons, which. Kind of a downer because some of them were pretty decent, but you know, at times I just kind of wanted to try to reserve ammo because you never know what you're gonna come up against later on in the chapters. Which is kind of the reason why I think they should have included a an infinite ammo cheat, you know, let me test out these weapons. Just saying, it would have been nice. Yeah, but besides that, it had vehicle combat as well, which I think this is really the only game that even does that. And it's clunky. It's a little bit clunky, but it works out in the end. I think honestly it works out a little bit better if we actually did this in co-op. And you know, that's the thing. You can do this. You can do this campaign in co-op. It's the same campaign. I don't remember who the second player was. I think it's just a random soldier. Has no relevance at all. Because this is really more meant to be a solo game with Nathan Hale. But yeah, you can do this entire thing in co-op. Music's pretty nice. You know, it has some familiar tunes for the most part. I think it still holds up to this day. And the environments, I mean, they're out there. Pretty expansive, honestly. And kind of more leading towards to that multiplayer side. I mean, they really did expand it. The fact that, at least in multiplayer, at least in this game, you were able to do up to 40 players in a single lobby, which is quite expansive. I mean, I guess now it's not really much, not too impressive, since you have like Battle Royale, where you have like 100, 200 players in a single lobby. Yeah, okay, but I mean, back then it was kind of the big deal having that many people, 40 in a single game, which kind of opened up a lot of the expansive maps. Yeah, they had a lot of maps that were pretty expansive. Especially if you're doing like team-based objectives besides like team deathmatch. Yeah, it could take quite some time to finish a game. Let's just say that. You know, yeah, I mean, it could be anywhere from like 20 to 30 minutes just to finish a game. It's quite lengthy. Yeah, and also I remember they did have some DLC maps included with it as well, which weren't too bad. I honestly can't remember too much about them, but and I don't think I can even. I will have to pretty much go into like local multiplayer to choose the maps if they allow me to do that. I'm pretty sure I could probably do local on some of the maps they have. But, oh, I digress. But yeah, so I guess chronologically after this, after Resistance Fall of Man, well, yeah, I guess Resistance 2 came out afterwards, a couple years later. Still following the adventures of Nathan Hale, but technically after this, it will be the spin-off game Resistance Retribution, which I think it takes place just a few months after the fall of the Chimeran Tower out in London. So it's just shortly afterwards. So I think you're mostly still fighting. You're still fighting the Chimera in Retribution, but at the same time, I think open up new Chimeran forces. Possibly, it could be the strangling Chimeran forces that's trying to survive at that point, since the main tower's been destroyed. Or maybe they're trying to build a new tower at that point, I guess. And you know what? Even going alongside with Retribution, there's also the Resistance Burning Skies. That technically also takes place before Resistance 2, kind of. Actually, I think it even slightly takes place before Retribution, but that one takes place out in America, so it's a little bit different. Yeah, unfortunately, I won't be able to do streamings for those, Retribution or Burning Skies, because really, I think it's kind of. I think the only way for me to do Retribution would be playing it on an emulator. That's my sake anyway, playing it on an emulator and streaming that. And as for Burning Skies, there really is no way to stream that. I mean, there's not even a way to re-record, unfortunately. I mean, I had to be doing like a cheaper way just by putting a camera in front of the Vita and then trying to play off of that. But that's just gonna be that kind of just not really that good in quality, and I don't think anyone wants to see that. But yeah, there you have it. I mean, it was a pretty good start. The Resistance Fall of Man, this game, the first game in the series, it's a pretty good start. You know, it kind of opened up new opportunities, and you know, kind of started a good series. And you know what? I had to say, if it wasn't for my dad's interest in this game, I think I probably would have never gotten into this series to begin with. So I don't know. I guess it was kind of a weird thing that's. that someone else really wanted me to play this game, and not that I wanted to begin with. But yeah, I guess for that, just let those credits play out, and surprisingly, even after 2 hours, no drop frames, so I don't know what to say. I guess maybe the... Getting so dark in here, but the stream's about to be over anyway. But, yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to say. I think it's just like a hiccup in the connection, I guess. I mean, after resetting the modem and router, I guess it just worked out for the best. Which that's good, I guess. Well, that was a little bit of time, but yeah, it worked out pretty well. Oh man, I gotta say, I'm really somewhat in the mood to go back to play multiplayer. It's unfortunate that the servers are no longer available. I mean, unless maybe you can come up with hacked servers or something like that. Because I did manage to get to max rank in this game, which was pretty nice. I don't think you got any reward, or maybe you just got a costume for if you max out rank, but I don't think you get any special reward or anything like that. But I mean, I remember the fact that you could only customize the human players, not the Chimeran forces. I can't really say why. For a second, I thought I was going to commit suicide. That seems like Serpa picked up Hale. Well, at least Hale is alive. But this is to be continued in Resistance 2. Are you serious? How many times have you completed this game now? Would you be interested in testing games for a living? Give us a call, Insomniac Games. Wow, this was like an old message. I don't remember actually this message. You're kind of a player. You're our kind of a player. Okay. Oh man. So I guess it's officially 8 times I've beaten the game. Well, more like 11 really, because like I said before, when I had my original PS3. Yeah. So Nathan Hale is alive, but I had to find out in Resistance 2. Well, actually, I guess technically I had to find out in the comic series, because I forgot about that. There is a comic series that takes place before Resistance 2, so I don't have it, unfortunately, but kind of an interesting read. And I think there might be even a novel as well, a couple of novels. But yeah, can't do much here, honestly. Yeah, multiplayer. There's no more online, unfortunately. But I mean, we can still do technically local co-op or local multiplayer for up to a 4-player split screen type of scenario, but it's just a little bit odd. It's just kind of awkward trying to do 4 players on this. So I mean, I know I had deathmatch, team deathmatch. Meltdown was, I think, kind of similar to like Call of Duty's domination mode. I think that's kind of what it was. Breach was kind of, you have 2 goalposts. I think that's what it was. They had one side, and had one side's base and the other side's base, and then you had to destroy like the generator or something on the opponent's team or something like that. I don't honestly remember. I played the least with Breach. We're just gonna standard capture the flag, conversion. I think this was kind of the start of like I think this was kind of almost like a start to like Call of Duty's infected mode, where I think it started as a human. I think that was the case. I think it started out as a human, and then if you get killed, you get converted as to a chimera. And I think after that, if you get killed as a chimera, then you lose the round. I think that's what it was. Team conversion, assault. Maybe it was some of the breach. I don't really remember, to be honest. Okay. Yeah, so you got a bunch of maps, kind of ranging depending on size. I don't know if they still had the mall. Rooftops. USS Lexington, the hangar, at the subway, bus yard, James, Westmoreland. I think that was a DLC one. Camborne, Bracknell, Exbridge. Yeah, I know they only had four maps altogether, 4 DLC maps. But yeah, game options, number of lives, one-hit kills. Yeah, that was kind of also the thing too. You could, besides ranked matches, you could also do custom games in multiplayer, which some are good, some are just kind of obnoxious, like doing one-hit kills. And everyone using like the carbine or whatever. Get your radar, weapon types. Yeah, these are all the available weapons you can do. I mean, in multiplayer you can do infinite ammo. You can even do damage multipliers too. Species type. You can do humans, chimera. You can do mix. Alright. But yeah, got a variety of options. Alright, but I think that is that for right now. Alright, so hopefully soon, yeah, because I can barely see myself on the screen. Alright, anyway. Well, hopefully pretty soon I'll get started with Resistance 2. Not sure when, but just catch out for this. Keep a lookout for that stream. I don't know when I'm going to do it. Maybe next week. I don't know. Kind of a busy schedule, but I'll eventually get to it. Alright guys, this is Devil Hunter XYZ, and until next time.